Here at Odsal, the final semi-final place of this year's Challenge Cup is up for grabs. Bradford against Halifax, two championship sides, a massive Yorkshire derby. And your commentary of this one comes from Jonathan Davis, Brian Noble, and first of all, Matt Newsom.
So, last but not least, a West Yorkshire derby with its very own touch of extra spice. Bradford and Halifax, two clubs with illustrious histories, trying to live up to their past and write a brighter future. Today's Coral Challenge Cup quarter-final tie is an opportunity to go to a Challenge Cup semi-final, to showcase their clubs and to bring the good times back to their respective sides. It means so much to those fans. They've been in the doldrums for several years now, and afternoons like this are just a taste of the big time once again. Odsal is pumping, Odsal is rocking. These two championship foes prepare to lock horns. The Bulls, managed by the Challenge Cup maestro that is John Keir, against the relative novice in the shape of Simon Griggs, who has just signed a new deal. Jordan Lilly, he'll be key. He has been the hero in the ties against London and, of course, against Leeds Rhinos. Scott Morrell will also be a key factor, the general at the heart of that Halifax side. Look at the faces. Those hearts will be pumping. Those nerves will be jangling. A place in the Final Four is at stake in that double-header at Bolton on the 27th of July. So I run through the teams. Well, Bradford's hero in those past two rounds has been their number 14, Jordan Lilly. He and swimming instructor halfback Rowan Milnes will be looking to keep their cup bid. And on course this afternoon, watch out for Ethan Ryan out of backfield, number 2.
Yeah, mate, I've got the top.
Well, Simon Griggs is switching to coaching duties these days for Halifax, so it's left to brother Scott to fly the family flag on the field. He and General Scott Morrell will be key to guiding them around the park. Steve Tyra makes his 200th appearance. Will Sharp his 100th. And we are off, and that was caught us a little bit off guard, didn't it? Brian Noble and Jonathan Davis are alongside me this afternoon.
We were watching, Matt. It kicked off, and it's all on. This is a massive clash. Irrespective of both clubs are coming from the Championship, we're going to see some fantastic fare today.
Yeah, it's old school local derby. You know, it's captured imagination, you know, of both towns. It's just brilliant for both of these clubs, and this is their final, really. There's three big clubs in the semi-final. This is their final.
I think you can tell they're eager to get on with it, can't you?
Yeah,
Put it that way. Here come Bradford then, making the early running here, as Wildy moves it onto Lilly. In turn, those big forwards clattering forward as they did in the last round against Leeds. They will be key. Here goes Lilly, fires the kick downfield, looking to split the fullback and the winger. What do you make of that first time?
Great opening set for Bradford. Part and parcel of their exit strategy, so they're wanting to get out of their own half and establish, as in all early games, some field position for themselves. Lilly split the fullback and the winger, so got their kick chase team a little bit more time to get down the field.
Yeah, it's interesting to listen to both coaches. It didn't give nothing away. It's going to be close. They know there's not much in between these two sides. It's all about execution and composure today.
Two familiar faces taking each other on here, as Halifax look to work it downfield through the middle of the park. You can see where their threat is going to come from. Early doors, Tangata back at the club after a spell at Widnes full time. It all went a little sour for him there. This is the last then. And it will be Morrell who hoists it downfield, sends up a real sweeping kick to go for it. Ethan Ryan just about clawed that in. Yeah, goodness me.
That could have been a disaster. You got a call for the ball. I think the right one collected it.
Well, it's the fullback's catch every day of the week. He needs to dominate Foggin Johnson there. So get out of my way, that's mine. And but they cleaned it up in the end, didn't they?
So Bradford wearing all black this afternoon. Halifax in their traditional blue and white. Wildy with a little scoot out of action half. Webster loves to crash onto that ball. A real weapon, an experienced figure in this Bradford side, 35 years of age, in what is otherwise a young team. Here goes Hallis. And he follows the play. Here goes Lilly again, off the boot. Underneath it, Quentin Laulu Tonga guy, and he had loads of space to take that ball in.
Yeah, both kicks, you know, not great kicks to finish their sets. They've completed the sets, but the kicks were just a little bit too fast, so no pressure under the respective full-backs.
So Fax making headway out to this left-hand side. No quarter asked or given so far. Even in these early stages, the typical cries of forward roared from the home support here, but the referee, Scott McAlaska, is having none of it. There's Morrell, boots downfield, looking to put it over the head of Fogg and Johnston, but it recovers, and he too has plenty of space to run into.
Yeah, he's good. He generally gets himself a penalty, he wriggles around and he's quick and puts a lot of pressure on the markers as he's doing here to play the ball. But Scott McAlaska saying just get up and play it, mate. I think the difference in the kicking there, Scott Morrell clearly looking for a 40-20. Jordan Lilly putting the ball up. I think he was more concerned at having a... I don't think they want to give a threat. This back three of Halifax is really quick, so they're more concerned about their kick chase line as much as competing for the kick.
Wildy into a decent position. Here goes Lilly, back to that short side. Webster rumbling forward to within 30 here. This is the last tackle once again, as Lilly again sends up the kick. It's trying to give the chase some room to move, isn't it? But that was really nicely done from Laulu Tonga guy.
Well, it's not a threat, it's not an attacking kick, it's a kick to get their kick chase team down there, and so that ensures that they have to make the tackle then. And I think we're going to have to get to a point where Lilly is a bit more threatening with his attacking kicks.
I think the defences have been good so far. They haven't worked into a position to make, you know, a great attacking threat from a kick.
Obviously happy to take their time so far. Halifax come forward once again. This all-championship battle. Plenty of spice about it. Tangata again heavily involved. There's Brandon Moore. Whips it away to the right of the ruck. And again, it's an early kick in the set this time. Fucking Johnston with a bit of a bobble. Managed to claw it in.
And again, it's a very, very good defensive set. You know, it doesn't really reach the halfway line, so you can't have a, you know, a dangerous kick from that position.
The rain starting to tumble down here at Odsall. As Steve Crossley, talismanic front rower, Bradford born, 3 separate spells at the club. Goes to the left of the ruck this time. Dropped off to Fogg Johnston. He looks a real threat early doors already, and with a man down on the field.
Yeah, it's an injury. I think he's an attempted tackle on Fogg Johnston. I know it's very difficult to see where we are.
Is it a head knock?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Ed Barber, and he looks in a bit of a bad way, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think again, let's have a look at his slow motion. He might have got his head in the wrong position. Just watch as he comes in. Tackle technique. He just gets his body in the wrong position, catches the
Around the
hip.
temple, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So a delay while treatment is received on the field, and Fogg Johnston, we know what a threat he can be out of backfield.
Yeah, he's a difficult character to handle. He's all footwork and speed and fights like mad when he's in contact to try and get himself a quick play the ball.
Challenge Cup semi-final draw follows this game. Don't forget the women's quarter-final draw as well. Don't forget the Rugby League Forum also follows this programme. Get in touch with us, your views at BBC RL. And the 5 Live Rugby League podcast as well, via the BBC Sounds app.
Yeah, I think Fogg Johnston just reminds me a little bit of Regan Grace, doesn't he? You know, he comes in, he runs across field, he doesn't slow down at all. You know, he just comes off either foot, and he's very difficult to just to get a hit on.
Simon Grix at the moment, pondering his options. Might be forced into an interchange here. Looks as though it'll be a head assessment, doesn't it?
He's definitely got to have a head assessment, hasn't he?
Well, they've got Kevin Leroy on the touchline ready to come on with the board in hand, so...
That's always a good sign, Mark, that he's up on his sat up.
Well, he's gingerly getting to his feet.
Yeah.
And the puff of the cheeks, I think, tells you everything. That was pretty ferocious. And Ed Barber makes way.
It just shows, you know, that's clearly got his head in the wrong position and he's gone. As soon as he makes contact, just watch him. There it goes, bang, he is gone. So it's so important for all the kids watching this game, when you're making a tackle, is you make sure you get your head in the right position, because a hip bone and a knee and an elbow is a lot tougher than your head.
Sage advice there. Jonathan Davis.
So I tried to make as little tackles as I could.
I remember.
So Bradford have it. Liam Kirk carting it in while he tracks the play. Out the back to Lilly. He sends it up. Again, it's a simple take, wasn't it? Uncontested.
But again, just watch the pressure that was put on the kicker. You know, he didn't have time to execute the dangerous kick. So, you know, I think both coaches will have to work on their kicks.
We're in the arm wrestle stage here, aren't we? But it's not been a massively competitive arm wrestle, so to speak.
Well, it has physically. They're both getting stuck into each other. As Jiffy mentioned, that the defences are going really well, and when the time tells and pressure starts coming on the teams, that's when we'll see.
And that's it. You know, neither side, I don't think, have been into the opposition 20 yet. Just shows how defensively good they both have been so far.
0-0 here. 6 minutes gone. There's a bit of probing, puts the man away. Kavanagh screaming into space, he couldn't get his pass away, and Bradford somehow recover. Well, that was a real threat there. Morale just teasing and prompting at the line.
Well,
the
dam broke there, Matt. Halifax straight through. Somebody with a missed assignment on the Bradford defence. Here was it's Morell again, toying them in, and Kavanagh goes straight through a hole, and that's where he's got to hold his nerve and hold his composure, because there's still players in the bank there. You can't let your opposition off like that.
No, beautiful ball, you know, by Morell. He just run across the field, you know, just taunted somebody out to the line. That happened. He put a ball, you know, played into the gap. Good play.
Lovely hands on that left side, and Bugger Johnston opens up the taps. He's got support inside. He's now Rowan Mills. Well, the swimming instructor. Did Bradford balls the lead? Yes, he will. 7 gone. Bradford in front, and a wonderful break down the left-hand side. First blow, Bradford.
Well, as Brian said, you can't panic. You look for the inside pass, and that now is turned like into either a 10, you know, 6-pointer, 12-pointer. You know, they should have scored Halifax, and then they got on the rebound. That's a brilliant finish. Great play. Rowan Miles in support, but the way they worked the overlap, I think the winger stepped in. Just watch. This is the mistake, as Brian mentioned. They lose the ball, and from that, you know, they go up the other end and score. So here we go. They work the short side. They see the shorter numbers. The winger's back. Now they've got the ball away. It's the pace to get outside. Morell, and it's brilliant support play.
Well, Milnes is brilliant here, because he starts the move, he sees the short side opportunity, goes down there, that's in with the pass, finds Orts, who quickly finds Fogging Johnson, who's booming down the sideline. And like all good halfback, Milnes is on the inside to finish off what he started in their own half, and that's about taking your opportunities. Halifax blew an opportunity, and Bradford have just taken the one opportunity they've been offered.
So Rowan Milnes gets the score, and it's a big kick now for Elliot Manchella from that left touch line. Trying to compose himself as the rain teams down here at Odsal. And he will take his time, sweeps it towards the post, but the flag stay down. 4 points to 0.
Just been told, just make sure you hold it.
Be happy.
Not that you tell, but he'd be happy.
I know. Lovely play. Just watch. The winger was back. That's the thing. They saw the winger was dropped back. The extra man, the pace, inside support, the beautiful try.
Wonder what psychological effect that will have on Halifax. Although, as we've seen this season, they've shared a couple of humdingers. 33 points to 26 back in April. The Bulls were victors. 21 points to 14. It went Fax's way just a couple of weeks ago in the summer bash. So Morell swings it downfield, and Bradford will look to try and gain a bit of momentum on the back of that one.
Well, they've been real solid, Bradford. Apart from the break that Morell instigated in the middle, teasing somebody out of the line, they've They've looked structured with the ball as well. They're quite happily rocking the ball out in ones and twos at maximum, and then Lily finding a kick, finding an established field position.
And the Bulls 5 completed sets. That just tells you, doesn't it, the discipline is there. The John Keir's side early doors. Minchella sets off on a little break. As ever, Weldy follows the play. Hallis looking to use his bulk to good effect. This is the last then for Bradford. Another test of Jordan Lilly's right boot. Another test of that Halifax back three, and this time Will Sharp very composed as he took that ball in.
Yeah, great set, you know, just have to score on a try. Look where they've just found themselves again. But a kick, as Brian, I think, rightly said, I'm not sure if they want to compete for it, just catch, leave them catch it and have a great defensive line in front of them. You know, nullify the threat to the back three.
Try and tire them out as well, I guess, coming out of backfield. Backs are up to the 40. Liam Cooper that time, he's knocked on. And that will be scrum, head and feet to Bradford, and they celebrate that like a try.
And they're on top at the moment, Bradford. Physically, they're working hard in the tackles, drops it cold, Liam Cooper, and gives Bradford field position. And as Jonathan mentioned earlier, this is the first time either side, other than the breaks, have been in the opposition 30 and 40 metre area.
So the Bulls have the position.
Really muggy day as well. It's you know, it's quite hot, but there's been rain, a bit of wind around. Surface will be slippery.
Minchella again loses his footing, almost as if to exercise the point there. Now this turf will be getting slicker and slicker. Here comes Kirk. Wildy follows the play to this right side. Lily plays at the line. Ethan Ryan, haven't seen him too much out of backfield. Cries for obstruction, and it was given, and it's a penalty fax.
Yeah, the right call. Ethan Ryan was he was the ball carrier, I think, but he was clearly a Bradford player. Clearly a fan agreeing with the referee or not agreeing with the referee in the back. Apologies for that colourful language.
Yeah, industrial language there, apologies for that. Here come Halifax then on the back of that penalty. Tangata, who was a real fan's favourite in his opening spell, earned himself that full-time move to Widnes. It didn't quite work out there. Morel back on the inside. Kavanagh again. That little line looking to cause problems. More Morel out on that right edge now. They're in position here, Halifax. The big shape out on this left-hand side. As it's taken in once again. Edging closer to those posts. Fairbank laying the platform perhaps here. Tunga guy trying to get forward here. Leroy, last tackle within range. Bradford will be on red alert here. Morel with the kick, is chased through but slipped field his hands. Claws that one in for Bradford.
Wildy does real well there. He spots the Morel kick, who's trying to... They've identified a couple of areas in and around the middle area of Halifax. They've made a couple of breaks down there, a couple of inside plays from Morel. Morel tempting people out of the line. I think they'll persevere with that. That gave them the field position. And in the end, Bradford cleaned up the kick well, which was a good attacking kick.
You know, they know they can't give, you know, Morel too much time and space on the ball, especially, you know, on the last play of the ball. So they've closed him down exceptionally well.
Bradford have chewed through the tackles up to halfway. Oh, and that was a late shot on Lily, and it's going off a bit here. So Jordan Lily taken out after the ball had gone, and it sparked the inevitable. And it's all kicking off here, you might say.
There's a huggathon.
I don't think there was much in that. You know, I think it was late. And I think he got in to, you know, they got in to make sure the referee saw it, and now it will be a penalty.
Back to Jordan Lee, he had a smile on his face. I think he quite enjoys a bit of the rough stuff every now and then.
Oh, here we go.
Against the Halifax.
A bit late. Nothing wrong with the actual tackle in relation. Just his taxi was a bit late getting there.
And he went with his shoulder as well, which might land him in a little bit.
His arms around, he's allowed to do that. I mean, I think was it...
Yeah, to be fair, he's caught him with the arm.
I think JJ Bean, as Judy said, about his stature being short and stout, so when you're 6'2" as Tangata is, you've got to get down there somehow.
No problem.
A little pressure on on half-back. That is a late tackle. It's a penalty. Nothing more for me.
Right. OK, I've got it. Thank you.
They'll ask us to sort it out. Boom, I'm not happy. So Tangata to get a talking to, at least.
You're off your feet, the ball's gone, you're going in the sin bin.
And it's 10 minutes for Adam Tangata.
That is, I don't think that's a yellow card again, but that's my own call. But what's turned that into a yellow card is the melee afterwards, where Bradford have grabbed him and shook him, and that he's emphasised the incident, and that's why he's in the bin. So in a way, it's clever play by Bradford. They're a player, they're a player short now, Halifax.
Yeah, me too, Matt. I'm not sure it's a penalty. It's late. Sorry, I'm sure it's a penalty. Is it a sin binning? Well, the rules actually at the moment probably say that it is attacking a kicker with being a little bit late. And I think the melee afterwards is absolutely right.
And that result, sorry, is that Bradford are going to go for the 2 from the tee and just make it a converted score lead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they've got an extra man here. 2 points is take your 2 points usually, but when you're a man short, first time they've been in an attacking zone, I would have gone for the try.
Well, it's a consideration you'd have to make. It also takes a minute off the clock in relation to the 10 minutes in the sin bin,
So they're gone for the points rather than applying the pressure. So Elliot Minchella to make it a 6-point ball game, and he's missed it again, and that looked a pretty simple effort.
He didn't start too well against Leeds, did he? And they took the kicking off him, so
another look at that melee, and a little bit more language that's been heard. Let's go down to the sideline with John Wilkin.
Yeah, I think interestingly for Halifax, they've really struggled to control the ruck speed. They need to commit more numbers to tackles. It's something that Bradford have done exceptionally well in the opening exchanges. John Kay put the war cry out to his big men, and they've really committed numbers to tackles and slowed that ruck down. Big challenge for Halifax to do the same with 12 on the field now.
So Bradford get the ball back off the 20 dropout. Crossley again, putting himself about here for the Bulls. Kirk, his front row partner, rattles in to the contact area. Wildy poised. Lilly, will he take it to the line? Instead he dumps it off, and here come the Bulls again, looking threatening. Tackles left in the bank. Lilly drops it off to Hallis. Decent carry from him. In range, final tackle of the set. Lilly this time will play at pace, so he lost his footing.
I think he lost his footing there.
He created the numbers, did young Lilly. He created 4 on, maybe 5 on 3 there, and with every opportunity, they fell over.
I think he overstride a little bit, lost his balance, down he went.
Maybe the turf starting to have an effect on the traction here, but here come Halifax, down to 12 of course, with Adam Tangata in the sin bin. Chester Butler plays the ball. Will Sharp will look to get them on the front foot. Some outside back carries. Into the centre of the field they go with Quentin Laulu Tonga guy. He's got a step, he's got some pace, but Bradford swamp him. And now it's down to Morel, dropped off Leroya. We'll finish their set on halfway here, will Halifax. It's all about the kick from Morel as he rolls that one into the backfield, and Ethan Ryan happy to just watch it out for a scrum.
Yeah, it's a good set, but Bradford will be very happy that, they're not getting any change from the Bradford midfield, so, there's no real attacking platform. They're not hitting the ball at pace out wide, so they're very comfortable, Bradford, at the moment. And if Morel's going to do that, they'll be happy all afternoon.
I think there's a bit of method in Morel's madness there. I think he's trying to take time off the clock for the scrum, the extra minute, 30 seconds.
Let's head down to the sideline. Damien Johnson's got some news for us.
Yeah, we saw Ed Barber leave the pitch in a pretty groggy condition. Just had a word with the doctor. He went straight to the dressing room. Said he was out cold with a concussion injury, and his game is over. His afternoon is finished.
So no Ed Barber, that's one interchange down for Halifax, and the energy battle they seem to be losing at the moment. That could prove costly.
Well, Bradford are winning the ruck. I pick up on what John Wilkins says on the sideline. Both offensive. Oh, that's a tough ball.
So a forward pass brings it to a shuddering halt, doesn't it? Sorry.
No, absolutely. Bang on, Matt. I was just trying to say, I think Bradford physically in the middle, other than a few misassignments on their defensive line. There's Duke, that was a forward pass for Kirk.
Yeah, it's been a great atmosphere so far. A lot of Halifax fans, you know, I haven't seen as many cars in also for a long time, and just met the Greetland all-rounders under 12 from Halifax. So good luck in their semi-final next week. So they're up here supporting Halifax.
Yeah, with decent travelling support for this West Yorkshire derby, which Bradford at the moment hold the advantage. First quarter of the game, and a penalty goes Fax's way.
Clear the rock.
Holding down, says Scott Michalauskas. Morrell wastes no time in booming it to touch.
Well, let's have a look. QLT, the adjudicator found his front and find a win, and I think it was Hallis underneath trying to drag him back.
So Bradford on the back foot here. There's more place to Morrell. At the back it goes to Laulu Tonga inside the 10. Will Sharp. Infield it goes to Morrell again, prompting and probing. Offers up to Kavanagh. This is better from Fax. This is the best they've seen. Morrell sets off on a gallivant himself. Laulu Tonga came back against the grain. More hovers. Halifax desperate for some points here. Playing at the line. Scott Morrell once again hold out just short. Fax. Chester Butler that time. Sharp back to the 10. Morrell with another reverse kick. Is it grabbed up there by Fairbank? They're going to take them out behind the posts.
I think they've got to the point of attack now. Everything is going, you know, through Morrell. Everything, you know, everything's coming off him, his kicking game, and they're just closing the space around him, you know, behind the defensive line. So, you know, they've got to go a little bit wider, and the second man take more attacking opportunities. I think that's where, you know, if there's more experience and a maybe higher quality of player from, you know, the Super League here in the Halifax side, they've got to spread the ball a little bit.
2 penalties a piece so far. Fax still have a man in the sin bin in the shape of Adam Tangata. So Bradford almost up to halfway here. Jake Webster coming in field, looking for work, looking to get the ball some front foot momentum here. Milnes with a left-footed kick over the top. Foggin Johnston will give chase. This is a bit nervy for Will Sharp, and has he taken that over his own in goal? No, he hasn't. He'll play it just in the field of play, but what a set.
What a take. Great play by both wingers. You know, he just held his run, good chase, and then Sharp did exceptionally well to stay in the field of play.
Well, it really is a physical battle out there. The rain seems to have stopped for the moment, which is a good thing as well.
I tell Rowan Miles is everything he's done in this game. You know, he's done exceptionally well. His input has been immense.
So Halifax running out of tackles early in the set as Scott Griggs forced a kick from inside his own half. Has he nailed that?
Exactly what I say. You know, you've got to take responsibility off Morrell. There's his half-back partner. What a beautiful kick, and this will, you know, put a lot of pressure on Bradford.
So a 40-20 from Scott Griggs. Sorry, Brian.
Momentum changer. Could be a game changer. He's plucked that from nowhere, banged it like 60, 70 metres to put Halifax on the front foot.
Leroy crawling to within range. Can Halifax make the most of the field position here? Morrell again involved. Laulu Tonga played at the line. Oh, it's been picked off. Brilliant pick off there. And they're looking to get away. Dalton Grant came in, hunting, and came out with the ball.
Yeah, he had to do it. He had to do it, and he did it. And look at this. Now it's become end-to-end. This game has sped up incredibly on the back of a couple of errors and a 40-20 and end-to-end stuff.
Rowan Milnes drops it off as Bradford look for a route through. As Ryan is hauled down eventually.
Had to make that. Had to, you know, went for the intercept. Had to take it.
So Bradford, can they make something of this position? Still a long way to go.
Surrender!
As it's 4 points to 0 in the Bulls' favour. Wilde looking to put somebody away here, maybe. Rolls the kick, that's a lot on it. It's gone out of touch. It'll be a turnover ball.
Yeah, on a greasy surface, that was never holding up for the winger.
Yeah, all up, shot block on. Score Halifax.
A little bit too much on that in the end. But again, it's the energy that Bradford are bringing to it, and John Keir will be a happy man so far.
He will, but Halifax have lacked a little bit of composure, would say the word, at the attacking end of the field. They've had to be really manful this 10 minutes. Remember, they're a man down, and that's working out for the moment with a few scrums. And
one, move, Matty!
So Will, sharp it is, and they held in there too long, and it goes Halifax's way with the penalty.
Thank you, too slow.
No need for that.
Adam, discipline. I'm sure you're on, mate.
I think he might tap this.
That's an absolute beast of a kick, and it does find touch. I do wonder whether Fogg Johnston might have tried to keep that in play, but it did sail out, and they will start just short of halfway, and it's Will Sharp who tucks it under his wing.
Move, Leon!
Tangata's back on with a new shirt, no number. I think it got a little bit torn apart in the the melee.
He's the big one in the middle, Matt, if you get confused.
Yeah, he's not hard to spot, is he? Yeah, playing lovely football here. Halifax, Connor Farrell involved in trying to smuggle him to the floor. So Moore infield to Morrell, dropped off to Tangata, who's quick to get himself back into the work rate. Brandon Moore away to the right of the ruck, and then a kick over the top, and the chase in behind is key, but that's mopped up beautifully by Jordan Lilly, but still going here, eventually brought down, and Bradford defend well and then get a penalty.
I'll tell you something, Bradford have done their homework in relation to Morrell and his kits, because Wilde, the hooker, he's snooping around the back of the line when it goes to the boot. Here we see a cross kick, and Jordan Lilly comes in from the other side. Milne will be doing the thing on that side, so that they're acutely aware of what Morrell can create with the boot and what he can't create.
Jake Webster for Bradford. Up to the 40-metre line. Bradford still have that narrow advantage, and a knock on. Well, that is a coach killer.
Yep, Steve Tyrer had a go at him on Webster. I think he had a second attempt at him. Lost the ball, just watch. Just pushed him. Clear knock on.
So
you just feel with the ball that they've had now lately, you know, where they've been, they've got to try and get away with something, Halifax. You know, they put the pressure on last few sets.
So more onto Morrell. Leroy, who's proved a useful introduction, albeit enforced after Ed Barber went off after that head knock in the tackle. As Fact makes some ground here. Brandon Moore picks from acting half, takes on the line. Kavanagh with the flat pass. Did well to claw that one in. Backing in, dragging out the meters here. Facts into position. Moore up to Morrell, plays at the line. Nice hands, good read there from Minchana, but Laulu Tonga got away inside the 10.
Did enough, Minchella, didn't he? Ricocheted him back.
Did indeed, he stopped his flow. Morrell has his flow stopped too. Moore, they're looking for a switch. Here goes Scott Griggs, so much experience as he takes Halifax within 5 metres here. Last tackle, they'll come to this short side. Morrell with the kick, brilliant hands once again. Jordan Lilly coming up trumps defensively.
Well, Tonga guy looks the dangerous one. If they can isolate Tonga guy, a one-on-one on someone, that's what they've got to try and do. But once again, they really cleaned that kick through by Morrell.
Lilly adding a bit of zip to the ruck. Dalton Grant coming in field, adding a little bit of punch, trying to take some of the workload off those big forwards, and he gets his side. A penalty, and you see so many outside backs these days are astute at winning penalties.
Yeah, they are. Again, the point you've got to make on the kicking game, you know, so influential. You've just got to go put it through, you know, another pair of hands now. They've worked Morel out in his kicking game. So all he got to do is change it, put it up through one pass, put it out to Griggs, you pull the defenders up, the space opens up behind.
There goes Connor Farrell. Willie. Infield it goes. And Ross Peltier has been introduced. He made such an impact against Leeds. And he is still going here. He's taking some bringing down. Was that a flop there? No call from the referee. Wildy takes it into the line. Lovely hands from Milnes to Minchella. Skimming the line before straightening up. Are there points on the way here for the Bradford Bulls? They lead by 4. Hallis, little wraparound play. And they are chopped down just short. Hallis hovers. He's got Kirk waking a run out inside. He'll go outside instead, and a forward pass again. And sometimes it's just been the execution, hasn't it?
On both sides. That's the first opportunity. Bradford actually created the numbers there. They had a 4-on-3, and Widge from the dummy half should have nailed them, but he threw out. The second pass was forward from Jordan Lilly.
The first pass was a beautiful pass. It was quick, out of acting half-back. You just got to hold your run a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of depth and a little bit of time so the passing, isn't of the highest quality. You can readjust a little bit.
Well, the rain has stopped. It is muggy day. Do you think that's affecting the Bears so far?
I don't think so. I thought, it's very similar to the day that the Leeds came here, and Bradford changed their game plan that day. They went from being expansive. When the rain came, they went tight and down the middle and a good kicking game. And it's very, very similar. These two sides know each other so well. As you said, it's going to be an arm wrestle, and you just got to wait and wait and wait and be patient and execute it when your opportunity comes.
More onto Tangata. Backing in. You can see the big boppers. Peltier and Tangata went together there. Morel back on the inside, looking to work the angles here. That's a decent carry. As Fax take themselves almost to the 20 and inside. Back on the inside again. Laulu Tongagai hot stepping here, taking it forward for Halifax. Within sight of the line once again. Moore. Can they make the last tackle pay this time? And the ball bounces loose.
Well, they'll have another set, knock on.
Well, Morel's definitely having a look at the ruck. He's going away from the ruck and going back with Togagai and Leroyer and different players here. We see the effort from, he's wild. He bats the ball down. Morel again trying to, he's certainly not doing it with speed, Scott Morel. He's doing it with guile.
Yeah. I think he's trying to do it with his eyes, not with his legs.
He's the Andy Ruiz Jr. of halfbacks, isn't he?
He's
can he land the knockout
standing player.
Okay, heads are in now. Time on out.
You appreciate their skill level, I'm telling you.
Morel, they're almost away. Desperate defence as Chester Butler tried to bust the line, and then the ball comes loose, but it's a penalty.
Yeah, I think it's an injury there, the Halifax player. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Tonga guy realised that this guy was an injury and didn't really want to pick it up.
So Rowan Milnes has stayed down. It looks as though it might be the knee.
Yeah, it looks serious. Looks like he's in pain.
Just watch it. I think it's
his ankle.
Oh, his left ankle gets caught.
What's this? It's a guy in the red boot with the behind underneath. Oy. That will hurt.
That is a definite ankle injury. It's awkward.
So hopefully Rowan Milnes will be okay. He's had a real impact in this game so far. Scored the only try of the game.
Yeah, that didn't look good for him, you know. Here's the try, short side, realises the winger is back. By the time he comes up, the opportunity's created, lovely in support play. It's a simple finish, but well worked try.
I think this is serious for Milnes. I'm just looking at Bradford's bench. It's probably George Flanagan to come on in the middle as hooker, and Wildale probably going to the halves.
So it'll be interesting to see John Keir's reaction right now. You can see his quite visible concern for his young halfback. Just 19 years of old. 11 games before today. His 4th try
Yeah, a little bit.
of the season. And the Challenge Cup semi-final draw, of course, follows this game, as well as the Women's Challenge Cup quarter-final draw. That triple header at Bolton to come on the 27th of July on the iPlayer. The Rugby League Forum follows this programme. Contact us at BBC RL and the Rugby League podcast as well, with Dave Woods and co. John Wilkin, who's obviously part of our team today, very much a part of that as well. You can get that on BBC Sound. So Rowan Milnes at the moment down injured, and
Stretches on, unfortunately for him.
As long as it stays at that level, we're happy. As long as it stays at that level, we're happy.
So let's go down to the sideline where John Wilkin is waiting.
Halifax have had a lot of possession, but seem to struggle to break for this Bradford defence down. Credit to Bradford's defence, has been very, very patient. Everyone's staying very square. But the challenge is for Scott Morrell and co to really come up with something that's going to break them down. And I feel the speed at which they play needs to go through the roof. They need to increase the tempo on all their attacking plays just to try and pry this solid Bradford defence open.
So we see Simon Griggs up in the box, pondering this delay to the game. Clearly a serious injury to Rowan Milnes, but of course once we get back underway, I guess it's the side that can kind of find their rhythm again first.
7 minutes, mate.
Well, nobody likes this kind of break because everybody's got warm, everybody's moving, everybody's fluent, as you say. Chance to recharge the batteries, recharge the energy, recharge the focus. Immediate threat for Bradford is play 4 on their own goal line, so they, or play 3 on their own goal line, so they've got to be real ready here.
And so applause for Rowan Milnes, whose afternoon ends prematurely. Looked a serious injury. Let's hope he's okay in the long run. With Bradford, it means a reshuffle, and you anticipate Flanagan maybe coming on, and maybe Wildy going to half-back, that kind of thing?
That's one of the solutions. Coach Keir will know certainly better than I do, and it's a penalty this for Halifax.
So Halifax will have to get back into rhythm. Scott Mikalauskas just waiting for the call.
Okay,
Once the nil here.
Okay, mate.
And we are back underway. Moore moves it on. Dan Fleming taking it forward. Moore hovers. Danger here for Bradford. Laulu Tongagai floats one up to Morrell. Tangata, it's heavy artillery time for Halifax. As Bradford just about holding out once again. Moore into Morrell. Laulu Tongagai was well read there by Matty Wildy, who then comes over the top to finish him off. Still tackles left in the bag here, though, for Halifax. Moore. Here goes Morrell, maybe finding a gap. Oh, brilliant defence will hold him out. They committed numbers and came to the fore. So Morrell will eventually peel himself away from the rope. Not before a penalty is awarded, Brian Noble.
I don't think they were in a rush to get up there, any of them.
Hard to say who was the slowest up. So it's adjudicated it's a penalty because there's 5 black jumpers on him and 1 blue and white one. He's got every right to get up and play the ball.
Dan Fleming, who had a spell at the Bulls. It's played back to the 10. Morrell, they're working the angles, desperate to find a way through this wall of black shirts. But they have plenty of plays left in the tank here. Ripping into the 10 once again. Moore has a little peek out to his short side right, which is where the ball will go. Griggs plays it on. Leroy looking to muscle his way through. Griggs looks to his short side again. Goes back there. Chester Butler tries to burrow. He too is kept out by this wall of Bradford defenders. Will Sharp keeping it alive. Morrell with the kick off the side of the boot. The climb is good there from Tyra. Can he find the offload away? He's chucked it and will come back.
Well, that's great defence from Bradford. Superb defence. That's the 3rd on the bounce. They look strong. I take up on course Wilkin on the sideline there, identifying that they've got to find a play, Halifax. They clearly have, because Bradford were defending really, really well.
Yeah, they are behind. That's that pace. I think it's deceptive. I think they are, because I think they're slower than what you think, to be honest. So they've just got to get on the kind of outside channels, and as I said, get Tonga guy going at them, and maybe Tangata a little bit wide, because the midfield defence, the middle defence is very strong for Bradford.
Bradford come away, looking to take it up the middle once again. The rain continues to tumble down. Away to this right side. Webster steps in and out of the challenge. Rolling back the ears there, Jake Webster, with a little bit of footwork at the line. Bradford have sent on George Flanagan. It's he who will pick from the ruck. Jinking across field. That was a really good line there. Yeah. And they are up to the 30 on the last tackle here inside the Halifax half. What has Lilly got in his arsenal this time? An end-over-end kick. It'll come down in the 10, and again, it's well taken. But an escort off the ball means a penalty to Bradford. What will they do this time? Will they take the 2? Will they tap and try to apply the pressure, Jordan Davis?
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for Bradford now. They've been under the cosh, you know, loads of sets, as John has said. You know, they've been under the pressure, they have a lot of possession, a lot of territory, but now this is a huge opportunity to come off the ropes.
Ross Peltier, bang in front of those posts. Flanagan, go, show and go, tries to muscle his way in. He's been held up. Terrific defence from Halifax as Flanagan sniped. Loves a goal line sneak. Hallis, left of the ruck with Peltier. Steps in and out. Was that high? Referee says no. Then eventually he blows, and it's another penalty. And Ross Peltier in the water.
Now this is interesting. They've got to go for goal here then, I think, haven't they?
Yeah, looking at the clock, we're not a million miles away from the hooter, are we? And that will be a converted score lead. And they will take the 2. And it's Jordan Lilly. Just under 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, got to take the 2 points now. You know, they've tried it earlier on. It hasn't been successful. And once again, you know, Lilly's taking the kick this time.
Yeah, so Elliot Minchella has
on the goal line, Scott.
Relinquished the kicking duties. It was Rowan Milnes last time against Leeds who stepped up. He's obviously made way too after that ankle injury. And so Jordan Lilly boots Bradford into a 6-0 lead. Just under 2.5 of the first period to go. And the Bulls stretch out to a converted score.
Yeah, they'll be, you know, extremely happy with that. And as John has said, they've been under the cosh. They defended set after set in their own 20, and then just to get that break, you know, on the 2 points just before half-time. But again, there's nothing in this game.
So Steve Tyra with the kick to get us back underway. Halifax have some defending to do towards the back end of this half. Ethan Ryan gathers the ball up in space. And here's Carey. We'll look to set a little platform here for Bradford. Will it be safety first? Took it up the jumper stuff towards the back end of the half, Chippy.
Yeah, I think it will be. They haven't had possession for a while, you know, so they're just trying to complete this set now and get a good kick in.
We've not taped up Brian Noble's mouth, by the way. He's gone down to pitch side, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's
despite the temptation. Here comes Bradford down this right edge. Looking to cause some problems here. Just a couple of minutes remaining. Just short of halfway. Lilly, Peltier. Well, he was targeted there by Tangata and he didn't miss. The big Halifax prop forward on his opposite number. Wildy with the late kick, slips it downfield. Will Sharp allows it to bounce.
Good defensive chase we want here.
Yeah, they're really winding down the opportunities for James Saltonstall as he looked to come out of backfield there.
Yeah, the back three haven't had much of an opportunity, have they? You haven't seen anything of the Halifax back three. I think that's their threat.
Yeah, must be one of John Keir's game plans there. They'll come forward through Liam Cooper, getting through a ton of work. Oh, that was a bit of a tip.
Oh, and that's... They will have an opportunity that they didn't think they were going to get, because now a kick would put them in a good attacking position, and they'll have maybe 1 or 2 tackles. There's no need for it.
So Scott Morrell to bang it downfield and hand Halifax an opportunity right at the back end of this first half. It's tapped, it's a little chip over the top. They won't make it, it'll be taken dead, will it, by Ethan Ryan, as the hooter rings out. It's been tough, it's been physical, it's been spirited, it's been a proper Challenge Cup quarter-final tie. But at half-time, it's Bradford 6, Halifax 0.
Yeah, there's nothing in it, you know. Great use of the short side, but defensively, you know, they've both been solid. And you can't really see where the attacking threat is going to break the defensive down. So, you know, everything to play for, and they know each other so well. But the slope will be with Halifax.
So let's go down to pitch side, where Damien Johnson is with Steve Crossley.
Steve, at 6-0, it's as tight as everyone predicted. Are you happy enough with the performance?
There's some bits that we can fix up, you know. We're doing quite a lot of yardage errors, so clean that bit up, complete a sets, finish down the Halifax end. I'm sure we can do a lot better, but, you know, it's another derby in the Challenge Cup. It's another tough physical battle for us.
There must be confidence you can see it through now.
We are, you know, there's confidence in the squad, but, you know, Halifax are a top side, so we need to make sure we switch on for the second half.
Thanks, Steve. Scott Morrell is here. Scott, how do you break down this Bradford defence? It's been tough in that first half.
Yeah, it's been tough, but we've been stupid. Need to keep hold of the ball. Too many mistakes, too many penalties. Playing down wrong side of the field, so we need to put that right in second half.
Do you take encouragement from the fact you came back from the Barber injury and the Tangata sin binning?
Yeah, we've defended his line well. It's just one break against us, but we've been stupid with the ball. Just need to be better in second half.
Thanks, Scott.
And be gutsy, then they'll come away winners tonight. Halifax need to improve in attack.
Now, John Keir is with Damien.
Yes, finally arrived. John, first news on the injury to Milnes.
Yeah, it looks like Rowan's broken his leg, but it's the non-weight bearing bone, so it looks about a 6-week job, so very unfortunate for the young man.
Happy with the first half performance, and can he get it over the line?
Yeah, I was happy with the first half defensive performance. I wasn't with the ball in hand. We made too many errors, and we just need to tighten our discipline up a little.
Thanks, John.
Cheers.
All to play for then in this second half. Brian will be back shortly, so let's rejoin Jonathan and Matt.
Plenty of perspiration in that first half. Not an awful lot of inspiration at times. It was dogged, it was physical. There have been players who have gone down under the pressure and under the strain, but we're back underway here at Bradford with a 6-0 lead. What do you think the team talks would have been like, Jiffy?
Well, I just think they've got to execute a little bit better, cut their errors down. That's the thing. Work on field position. That's the main thing. You know, something will crack then. It just needs a little bit of quality somewhere on the offensive side.
Just wondering how many autographs Brian Noble will be signing on his way up the steps. He might be some time. Here come Halifax then, down that left edge, looking to test out Bradford's mettle early on in this second half. And lo and behold, here he comes, the speedster himself, Brian Noble. Likewise, Halifax down that left side. Into Morrell, who just threads the kick through, looks for touch and turns Bradford round.
Definitely, you know, trying to use the slope, Halifax in the second half. At the moment, the sun is out and it's not raining, but how long that will last, we have no idea.
Let's head down to pitch side with Damien.
Yeah, just had a quick word with Simon Grix, the Halifax coach. He says a crucial 40 minutes ahead for his side. The sin binning was harsh and it hurt us, he said. We've got to keep our discipline and take our chances.
So Brian Noble's back with us. Nice work.
Can't speak
Absolute
yet.
pace. I know, it's grueling, isn't it, that? I'll give you a minute. Here come Bradford. Flanagan to Peltier. Up over the 40. Lift of the leg is taking some time to bring him down. There's Flanagan. Infield to Hallis. Lilly got the ball away, smuggled it. Webster, oh, that's a beautiful pass. Dalton Grant with a bit of space to work in now. Bradford playing, looking for that big shift, and it almost paid off.
Yeah, the two evenly matched teams these are. Small margins at half-time. Both coaches will have a huge influence as to what they need to rectify and what they need to do to get on top of their opposition.
Last tackle play then, 40 out. Lilly's boot will be key. Again, he just looks for the backfield, the touch. And again, turning Halifax round. It's going to be a bit of a chess game, you feel, in these early stages.
Yeah, well, you just, seen both sets. They've done exactly the same. They've completed the sets. They put the ball over the touchline and just try and force an error, in the opposition 20. But I think you just need to go a bit wider now. Simon Griggs has got to get in. Scott Griggs on the outside of Murrell, just as a boy said in studio, just hit the outside channels a little bit more, because that's where they look a little bit more creative out wide.
Well, I think QLT has to put his hands up there. The fullback Togogai is the key for that movement with a bit of space. I think he's the one that looks dangerous.
Tangata is the man who's laying the platform. Almost up to halfway here. More with a little scoop from Atin half. Picks out Leroy. Halifax making a bit of ground now. Morale prompting and probing. And then the kick hacked forward by Griggs into backfield. Will it have the travel? In the end, it pops up to Ethan Ryan, but they're herring after him, and eventually they catch up with him 5 metres out.
Yeah, great kick chase.
So the impetus now back on Halifax in terms of keeping Bradford in their own end. I learnt a new word the other day, drowning apparently, keeping teams in their own 20, drowning. Flanagan with a big fend and scamper still going, George Flanagan.
He's all energy, George Flanagan.
Big run.
He's got the crowd on their feet, not that many of them are sat down in front of us, to be fair. Here goes Webster. Looking to prize a gap in the line. On the last here for Bradford. As it's thumped downfield, down the throat of Will Sharp, and he's got a bit of space to work with now for Halifax. Set off right back into the mix. Maybe they'll go wide in just a moment. Morris it is now. Swarmed upon by Bradford tacklers. 3 in the tackle, they all peel away. Now Leroy on this right edge. Looking to get Chester Butler away. A bit of a double pump from him. Making progress.
Will Sharp just needed to, hug the touchline there. They created the extra man.
Tangata with a hop, skip and a jump. Looking to provide a bit of footwork, provide a little bit of punch to that line. Morale takes it into the teeth this time. Slipped away, beautiful hands from Quentin Lalu Tongagai. Now it's a cutting break from Sharp. Back in field, but he was hauled down. Come away to that left side now. Morale will hang that kick up into the in goal. Great leap! What a try! If he's got that down! Oh.
I think this could be a penalty try. It's either a try or a penalty try, because I thought he got hold of the ball and maybe he was tackled in the air. We'll see.
Let's go to the video referee, Chris Kendall.
Okay, we're checking onside, offside. Have we got any other angle on that, just so I can see where the try scorer comes from, please? Have we got any other angle on onside, offside, please? If that's all we've got, then I'm assuming he's onside. Yeah. So it's caught by Tyra, he's then tackled. Okay, it is a foul in the act of scoring, so it's going to be a penalty try. It's going to be, sorry, an 8-point try.
8-point try.
8-point try.
8-point try. Okay, Rich, you got that.
So, Steve Tyra has an 8-point try, so... Oh, it's been given as a penalty try.
It's an 8-point try.
But it's an 8-point try, so Tyra cut the ball down, they'll have the kick for the goal, and then they'll have a separate penalty goal from in front of the sticks. So Halifax now leading.
And this is the first attacking kick we've seen, really, where they can compete for the ball. He out jumps Webster, and you know, it's a great leap. He gets to the ball, he puts it down, but then again, he does an infringement as well.
So, just for our viewers watching, if you score a try and in the act of that try, there's a foul upon you, or there's a penalty against you, it becomes an 8-point try. In essence, a penalty try.
So Tyra on his 200th Halifax appearance slots the goal, and now we'll go for the kick in front of the sticks.
Well, there's a turnaround. Going to be flat in Odsell now.
So Tyra right in front to add to the tally for Halifax. So this to make it 8 points to 6 for Halifax. 6-6 at the moment. If we can kick this, it's 8 points to 6. And Halifax squeeze in front. Steve Tyra, a landmark afternoon, has a landmark finish, and this game is blasted wide open. Halifax in front. Bradford have now to chase the game again.
It's so difficult, you know, when you're running onto the kick and it's hanging up there, and if you're just, you know, you're not from a standing start, it's very difficult to jump the guy that's got the run up.
Just bang on, Jonathan. The offensive runner as such always has the advantage in that respect. That's why the defender needs some help around him. I suppose Jake Webster will debate the fact, well, where was the infringement? I'm trying to stop him putting the ball down over the line.
Exactly, you know, but if the kick is precise, it's very difficult to get, you know, the blockers in place.
Morris it is for Halifax on the back of that score, leading by 2 points. It's an 8-6 ball game as the sun breaks out here around Odsell. Morrell moves it on quickly. Morris again, lifted in the tackle. Last tackle of the set here for Fax. They'll come down the short side, and I think it'll be repeat prescription. Just drilled into touch on this near side. Scott Morrell's game head is well and truly on now.
Well, they've picked the tempo up, haven't they? The forwards are making yards, quick play the ball, and they're on the front foot.
So scrum head and feed to Bradford, but they've turned them round, and it's just that energy battle, isn't it?
Well, that's the way Scott Morrell's looking at it as well. So it's a smart kick for a sideline. He's going to keep his energy levels high of the team in blue and white, and Bradford now chasing the game have to do something different. We saw his last kick was an offensive kick, an attacking kick, an attack to score points. He's done just that. It's important that they don't close the game down, but
Ethan Ryan knock on. I thought he was going to allow play to continue there, but look at the wraps on the back for Tangata. Pivotal tackle, forced the error from Ryan. And look where they will start with the ball from this scrum.
He just lost it, didn't he, there?
Dan Fleming's got a piece of that cake as well as Tangata, so great field position.
Okay.
It's not been a game for the back threes of either side, really, to make that mark. Here goes Chester Butler. Ethan Ryan starved the possession at times, didn't make it count there. Here come Halifax, though. Dan Fleming driving, pumping. Centre field. Options both sides of the ruck. It's Laulu Tonga guy who takes it in, passes out the back to Leroy. He will look to make his way towards the line. Just about stopped in his tracks by Wildy there. Back to the 10. Moore drops it off. Fleming spins. Bradford being worked over here as they come back towards the middle. Morrell Laulu Tonga guy played at the line on. They've skipped away here through Tyra. Still going, Steve Tyra, looking for another try. He's wriggled away from one, he's wriggled away from two. He's just going to be held out. Last tackle right in front of the line. Moore, they've got numbers on that side. The kick goes in, the in-goals are big, but he couldn't get that ball down.
Well, that's a big break for Bradford. Some Halifax player here saying he's injured out the back. Whether they'll be able to take the 20-metre restart quickly, I'm not sure.
They are big in goals, comparatively.
Captain and Michael.
Just couldn't quite get there in time, and the captains are being pulled together here.
Well,
didn't even meet the bike. Maybe just trying to simmer things down a little.
Fellas, okay? Lads. Right. Incident's not been seen. I've got an allegation of biting. It's going on report. Okay? Okay,
allegation of biting in the tackle.
Dan, get on this game, yeah. Back, no, Brandon, don't want that.
So Dan Fleming not happy about something there, gentlemen.
Yeah, he says he's been bitten.
That's enough reason not to be happy about something.
Zero.
Play the ball from Bradford. Mikey Wood. They hunted him out there. He was the man, I think. Fleming claimed.
Just about to say, Matt, they've got the bit between the teeth here, literally, of Halifax. They're looking energised and enthusiastic, and Bradford need to hold their nerve this next 5 minutes, get themselves the right part of the field.
Yeah, still a good half an hour to go.
Yeah, 20 tackles left as well.
Here goes Flanagan. Looks a scamper, offloads nicely. Wildy, Bradford have got depth and shape on that right side, but they'll come back towards the middle. Flanagan has a little sneaky peek. Back out to that right-hand side they go through. Minchella. Decent carry. Last tackle for Bradford. What will Lily give here? He'll clip it to the corner. Taken in the end, in space by Laulu Tonga guy, and he'll open up the taps here, but he can't quite get away.
And again, the kick, not enough hang time on it for players to get underneath. Some numbers on the right here as well, man.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? They're about to make a change as Fairbank comes back on. But they have numbers, but that play is maybe been shut down just by the break-in play that time. Morris leads them forward, up over halfway. Halifax have it still. Fairbank just come on, rumbles into contact. That was a decent carry. 30 metres out, last tackle. And it'll be Morrell again. This time goes the aerial route. This time Ethan Ryan underneath it. And he will look to come out of backfield, but again, the suffocating defence from Halifax.
Yeah, they've got them in a bit of a stranglehold here. They can't seem to get out to their own half. And they're making a lot easier yardage than the Bradford players at the moment.
So it's carried forward by Staunton. Another young product of this Bradford club. They'll look to play it. Way to that right edge they go. Connor Farrell tackle. So they're about to make another interchange here. Ben Kavanagh about to come on for Halifax. Lovely offload. They're playing down this short side, and they've got fucking Johnston away, skittering back in field. Eventually dragged down. Last tackle for Bradford. 25 away. Wildy sends up the kick. The chase is on from Jake Webster. It's gathered in, and Webster's stranding. And Webster might just have scored here.
He's pulled a rabbit out of the hat, literally.
Are we going to the video referee, Chris Kendall? Yes, we are.
Onside, offside, please. If we go to the kicker and pause it on the foot. Okay, so pause it on the foot, please. Or could we get it paused, please, so I can see? Webster looked okay, but I just wanted to check where number 14 was. I probably need that wide angle, please. Pause it on the foot. Lily will be the man that I'm looking for to see if he's onside, offside. Yeah, this is the one. If we pause it on the foot, please. Pause there. A little bit further, I think. A little bit further. A little bit there. Okay, they are all onside. We're going on from there. To the catch, please. The ball is then lost forward and grounded by Jake Webster. We'll just check on this angle. That is lost by Grix and grounded by Jake Webster. It is a try.
So Jake Webster, he made the chase, he led the chase, and he leads Bradford back into the lead. Bradford 10, Halifax 8. Jake Webster forcing the error and getting the try.
I don't know what he said. Did he pick his pocket? Did he just drop it? Did he pull a rabbit out of that? But he chased like mad. Lily chased like mad. And a salutary lesson for anybody who's playing that game. Don't give up on anything. He got there. He dropped it. Griggs dropped the ball clean and plonked it down Webster.
I think he had one eye on Webster. I think that's what it, you know, Griggs was an accomplished fullback, you know, he's played at the higher level. But I think as he takes the ball, he takes one eye off it, he looks at Webster to see where he is, if he can spin out to the tackle, and for that one split second, he's lost the ball and, you know, he's paid the penalty.
So Jordan Lilly.
Yeah.
To make it 12 points to 8. Bradford coming back into the game, setting up a big finish. 12 points to 8. The Bulls regather the lead.
It's a great kick from Wildy. He's got plenty of hang time, which we haven't seen much. Griggs drops the ball cold. I don't know what else you say, but it's a brilliant chase. And the two kicks we've seen that have been offensive in nature brought results both for Halifax and for Bradford. So, got to be a lesson there.
So Tyra hoists it downfield. Bradford have it back. The momentum swings again. A place in the last 4 of the Challenge Cup up for grabs here.
Yeah, they haven't really been in the game, have they, in the second half? So, you know, that'll give them real momentum.
It's the fans you can hear around Odsal now, roaring their team on once again. Halifax had their purple patch and came away with points, but Bradford have pulled it right back. Lily, is there an injection of excitement, of quality in this game? Peltier takes the ball, he has to reach back for it though. Up over halfway. And then clock's been stopped.
Ross Peltier, man. Here. Yeah.
A real collision there.
Tackle 5, yeah. Stay there, mate. Tackle 5, mate.
Let's have a look at that again.
Oof. Yeah, nice, clean clash of heads. All right.
Amazingly, they're back in the line.
Good discipline, mate. Keep it going, yeah. Good work. Yeah, last tackle, mate. Wait, Ross. Yes. Wait, just wait.
And the last tackle play. Don't forget the draw for the Challenge Cup semi-finals. Follows this game, as does the women's quarter-final as well.
Okay.
Rubbling for in the eye player. Don't forget, you can get us on BBC RL.
Back!
As well. The Rugby League podcast.
Caught one for his trouble well as well.
He had to come a long way for that, didn't he? You know. Just coughing off Webster, didn't he?
One of those carrier bag style kicks that just drifts and then just drops short.
Okay, tackle 1. Oh, that was 1.
And he's still down, QLT. Quentin Lalu Tongagai.
I'll tell you what, if it isn't as bad as somebody chasing like the size of Jake Webster and he's trying to run you down and you're a fullback, then he's trying to pinch the ball off you. This should have been gone awful. Yeah. So there's no only going to hit you with everything he's got. He's not going to try and pinch the ball off you. That's unfair.
Go, well done, Ross. 4.
Moore onto Morale, dropped off.
No.
Bradford come back against the grain.
Move!
It really is like two worlds colliding here. At times, the physicality. Ball goes up. Decent escort line there from Jordan Lilly. Just kept Ethan Ryan safe from the chase. And it's hotting up. Morris is off. Woodburn Hall is on for Halifax.
Go 2. No, push it forward. 2.
Still plenty of time to play. More than a quarter of the game remaining. 4 points in it.
A little bit heavy-legged, Bradford at the moment. They're not taking the ball up as hard and as on the line. That'll help.
They almost squeaked through there, though, didn't they? Connor Farrell picked up by Flanagan on the back of that. Handing over the baton. Last tackle now for Bradford. Can they work some magic inside the Halifax half? Lilly onto Wildy again, who hoists it. Underneath is Will Sharp. He took it confidently. And Halifax will start out from deep inside their own end. Coming into that rhythm again. Set for set.
It's that way at the moment, isn't it? Who cracks first? We've seen tries from 2 kicks.
Yeah.
Not so much from line breaks, but I think there's one coming. I think with 20 minutes plus in this game, the juice levels will go down. Somebody will miss an assignment and somebody will make a break.
Lawyer ripping forward now for Halifax. He'll play the ball infield to Morrell, through his hands so often. Fairbank plays at the line, decent hands from Grix. Bit of a show and go, a double pump. Last tackle for Fax. Finishing their set just inside the Bulls half here. And Morrell again, and a spiral bomb, but Ethan Ryan well underneath it, and again with space to run into.
Poor finish for that.
Well, it's neither one nor the other, is it?
It's nothing.
With a view to trying to get the ball back with a competition of players, or it's a rest for a sideline if you think you can juice up for the set.
You're just kicking it for the sake of kicking it, you know.
Who will have the breakthrough here? Bulls leading by 4. Dalton Gratz shrugged off Saltonstall. Coming up to the hour mark. Still in the balance, this one. Crossley, who leads his side forward once again. What it means to him. Plenty of Bradford-born players in their side. Plenty of Fax natives in theirs. As they take the ball up over halfway, Flanagan. And a penalty.
Big penalty.
Follows suit.
On the last tackle as well, that is a coach killer, isn't it? You know, no field position, opportunity here, real opportunity.
Did you have a goal at 2? No, just got
it to touch. I just don't think that anyone had the legs to kick it from there.
So they will tap within range, and it's Crossley who has come on to try and add a bit of energy, a bit of steam, a bit of power to that pack. Flanagan, they've switched the attack. Flanagan almost goes through.
He's made a big impact since coming on, hasn't he, Flanagan? You know, he's carried the ball well. He's had a dart to mark in half-back.
Oakes now into Wildy, who's taken on some of those ball-playing duties. Kirk, not far away now. As they come back into Minchella's hands, skipping across the line, crabbing here. Fairbank drags him down with a little bit of judo. Ethan Ryan, Kirk, have they got the creativity to unlock Halifax here? 12 points to 8. Wildy takes it to the line, a bit of a show and go, a sneak and a dive, but he's held up short, and that is the turnover.
Yeah, they've got to organise something. They had plenty of tackles, too many one-up drives there. The halfback didn't organise, you know, an attack in play.
It's not a bad place to hand the ball over.
No, it's not, yeah, but you think in a game this tight, you know, when you get into these opportunities, you've got to try and organise something, one play that could create something.
Let's go down to the sideline with John Wood.
I think it's really important for both sides to keep playing rugby, to keep moving the ball around. A really conservative, good ball set there from Bradford, as Jonathan Davis alluded to. Too many one-out carries. The side that plays, that passes with some commitment, will score points in this game. Halifax is hoping it's them, same as Bradford.
Still very much in the balance. An hour gone, final quarter of the game. Here goes Moore. We haven't seen too much of that from him. Direct. Route 1. Morrell will kick. The ball ricochets loose. It will skim back into the hands of Scott Grix, who tries to play it forward. Lily's knocked on.
Well, there's two mistakes there.
Watch out.
Bit of broken field for Lalu Tonga guy. But then Wildy shut the play down. They're playing with a bit of pace here now. Kavanagh with a big step, a big fend, dumps it off. The options maybe on that short side. Looping pass from Griggs. Saltonstall couldn't get away. Bradford on red alert here. A skimming run from Tyra. Tries to straighten things up. But Bradford pieced along their own goal line here. Morel looking to apply the killer touch. Into the line comes Moore. Still kept out. Halifax in a position here to maybe swing this game back in their favour. Fairbank with a spin and a drive. Chewing through the tackle count now. They are in range. They do have numbers on that left-hand side. Morel will come back towards the sticks, though. And be held out short. Right under the posts. Halifax desperate. That was a sloppy play. The ball, oh, it's been knocked on by Brandon Moore. What a disappointment for Halifax. What a defensive win for Bradford.
That was fingernail stuff, wasn't it? They're claiming a big penalty offside with Bradford, but he's knocked it on clearly. And
play the ball, mate. George!
So it's a straight-up turnover on the last. It was a scruffy play the ball in for starters, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, he was too far
Crosser's
away.
in front of him. Oh, they've got away. They've dodged the bullet there for me, Bradford.
Hold.
But
Go one.
Clearly, here comes Bradford. Dr. Grant skipping away to that right side.
Here comes the rain again.
Will it be falling on Bradford heads like a tragedy? Or Halifax heads as it is at the moment?
Hold. Well done.
Bit of eurythmics there.
Three.
Yeah, why?
Sorry. That put me in my box. Here we go. Flanagan out the back to Wildy. Will it be a kick here? Will be a clearing kick. He skimmed it low, looking to maybe take advantage of the dodgy ground, the slippery ground, as Saltonstall is forced to scamper back, and that in the end proves to be a decent kick.
Yeah, good chase as well. Jordan Lilly's up there again.
Yeah, didn't look an awful lot on. Wildy came, but Saltonstall completely caught out.
it was a Google if it got him.
Yeah, I still think they've got to hit the edges. I think Tonga Guy is too close to the ruck all the time. They haven't used the pace of the two wingers. I think that's where they've got to try, because they're having no kind of luck down the middle, Halifax.
Goal three.
More onto Morel. Again, just dictating the play. Maybe they need to look to a different option at times. Here come Bradford in. That was a third man. Trying to apply some squeeze. Taken in by Morel, passing at the line. That's much better. Done top brilliantly. They've broken through here. Will this be the try? Yes, it will. Scott Griggs, the poacher, pops up for Halifax. They've drawn level. A kick will give them the lead, but Scott Griggs' try on the back of a wonderful break has broken this game open again.
Well, they're making a fool of us. Play in the middle, Halifax. Keep playing in the middle. Scott Morel, play in the middle. Something's going to give. They tried a couple of these plays in the first half in relation to getting the Bradford middles tired, and the short interchange of passing has done them. Absolutely done them. And Togagai and Griggs, two fullbacks by trade, just see that. So we see the ball from the way out. Scott Morel goes right into the teeth of things, and the inside, I think it's Kavanagh, is it? He's got the ball there, and QLT and Griggs on the back end of that, and that's just that one lapse in concentration at the middle, that one play, and it gets you back on the ball.
He just took the ball to the line, as he has done all game, and they just stood off him. He's burst through it, and the two full backs are there.
They got some runners, they got some reward, and they might just have the lead here. AC Soaring Challenge Cup quarter-final. A place at Bolton on the 27th of July is up for grabs, and Halifax have just put one foot in that game. Still plenty of time to go. Steve Tyra's goal on the back of that Griggs try. We are not done yet.
Well, I think, is it Leroy that hits that line hard?
I think it is, yes.
Just trying to see who it is. Well, that's Scott Morel, no doubt about that.
Swift interchange of passing.
Slick.
I think that was
Woodburn Hall.
Woodburn Hall it was,
Good
wasn't
on him. He's off the bench, so he's made an impact. Brilliant.
So Fax will have the ball here. All about keeping error-free and repelling Bradford.
Two.
2 points in it.
Back, Jake.
Just under quarter of an hour to play. Saltonstall, outside back set here maybe from Halifax as they look to gain a bit of ground forward on the back of that try. And the call and response between the two sets of fans has started. Woodburn Hall getting to halfway. Down the short side again they come as Lowly Tongagai finds a bit of traffic through the middle. Last tackle for Fax. Morel has popped up here, hasn't he? You know what's coming. You could have scripted that. And again, it turns Bradford round and just cranks up the frustration.
It was a great set, an exit set. The score, going to be at the other end of the field, 15 metres out from the Bradford line. Still plenty of time here, so it's not losing your nerve time, it's playing football time.
That's the thing, it's just exactly as John Wilkins said, you know, just can't close shop. You've got to play.
Okay, wait. Shot clock off.
Halifax about 82 play the balls in Bradford's opposition 20. The Bulls just 59. You see where the game's been played out. Here comes Webster for Bradford. A poacher's try from him. Had given the Bulls the lead, but Max roaring back into the game. It remains a slugfest.
Goal 3, well done.
Either side able to crack this game fully. There's Bradford up over halfway now. Staunton, bit of a loose ball. Minchella, big shape on that side. That goes loose from Lilly, plucked up by Webster. He's got a bit of space to work in now. Oh, he tried to dump it away to the man on the wing.
But again, great pressure on Jordan Lilly. Yeah, they read the play very, very well. Just watch, the pressure goes on him, and that's a poor pass.
You can see Steve Tyra desperate to try and drag Jake Webster down, but Webster just shrugged him aside, but Halifax get away with that time.
Okay, fellas. Heads in. Shot clock off.
12 to play. 2 points in it. Who has the metal? Oh, that ball comes loose and Wildy's pounced! It's a foot race now! Wildy puts the hammer down and Wildy scores! Handed on a plate! A generosity gift for Bradford! 16 points to 14. And it's going upstairs to the video referee. And here is Chris Kendall.
Just see now the ball's come out, yeah. Stop.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking to see if there's any pull on the ball. Could I get that angle again, but slower, please? I'm looking for a clear push or pull on the ball. I can't see anything on that. Can I get that angle from this side again, but slow, please? Nice and slow, please. Nice and slow. Yeah, could we get the second angle that I got, please? Yeah. Thank you. I need to see a clear push or pull on the ball. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Slow. Yeah, no, I'm playing on from that to the grounding, please. It's lost. And the ball is grounded. That's a try.
So Marty Wildy has pounced. And Bradford re-establish the lead, and look what it means to John Keir. 16 points to 14.
Well, we were hoping to be some bit of magic that would clinch this game, but at the moment it's a mistake. He's taken the ball in, the rain has come down, it's a slippery ball, slippery surface. You've just got to make sure you control the ball in contact now, especially when you've just got 2 points in front. But then a spilled ball, and Brian, it's a good finish.
It's an exciting finish. 10 minutes to go, 11 minutes to go, 2, maybe 4 point ball game with a Lilly kick to come.
and the heavens open. That's a fair assist from the heavens for Bradford to get them to the other end. Willie has to pick the ball up and still has to get it over the line, so full credit to him for being alert.
Just over 10 minutes remaining. A 2-point ball game could just become a 4-point one with the aid of Jordan Lilly's boots. Taking his time. Odsal is pensive and tense, and he screwed it wide of the target. Well, it's great for the neutral. It keeps up the tension. It's a 2-point ball game, and Bradford leading 16-14.
Well, it's straight from the scrum. You think you're in pole position, you go into contact to 3. You have to say the way the ball's come out, it's a drop. Wildy has to pick it up, and he's going for the corner, being chased down by Sharp and Togagai. Game on still.
Without a fair lick, wasn't he? So it's a low skimmer of a kickoff that pitches up into the hands of Ethan Ryan, and Crossley now buoyed by that score. It's Bradford taking it to Halifax now. Flogging Johnston with a bit of a scoot.
I think Kevin Leroy is going to make 5 tackles now in relation to trying to make up for his particular error.
Yeah.
He's involved at every play, isn't he? Hunting from marker that time.
He literally has made 5 tackles there, or 4.
It's a good set though by Bradford. Good yardage. Good hit.
Just up over halfway. Here comes Liam Kirk. As he will look to play the ball. Last tackle then for Bradford. And Wildy, who stepped up in the absence of Rowan Milnes, thumps it downfield. And now Will Sharp is tasked with the job of trying to break Halifax out of this rut inside their own end of the field.
Well, they've got to play now. There's one open going to get him this. Both teams keep playing.
9 minutes to play. Bradford 16, Halifax 14. As Woodburn Hall finds contact. Just short of halfway. A little scamper into centre field. 16-14. Halifax have more in possession. Taken forward by Morel. It's an arcing run to Leroy. He will feel some responsibility. He will be desperate to do something for his team here. Last tackle. It will be a kick from Morel that sends skyscraping towards the air, brought down brilliantly by Dalton Grant under pressure. But look where Bradford have to play out from.
Like Ben Stokes' catch the other day in the cricket. He just leapt and pulled it from behind, didn't he?
It's a brilliant take. I don't think he got himself in the right position, and he adjusted and took a brilliant catch.
Tangata about to come back on for Halifax. Lilly looks to go down the short side, but he was wrapped up as he thought about what he was going to do. Not wrapped up well enough, though, because that's an offload. Minchella with a big dummy. One of the most obvious dummies you'll ever see, but it looked good. He'll come away to this left side now. Crossley, big buffers up, bumpers up. Inside the 40, last tackle here. Bradford have made decent ground from this set. They'll finish with a kick from Jordan Lilly. Again, looking to press Saltonstall. Comes down on the 10, and he shows decent footwork to skip away. And Halifax looking to get on the front foot here. We've got 7.5 to go.
Well read.
Plenty of time. Halifax have got to try and get down to their end of the field and play in and around the middle, because if they can get some quick ruck speed, who knows, the referee might just ping his whistle and give them a penalty as well, which is the 2 points they need.
Will Sharp doing his best to get Fax on the front foot here. Just 2 points in it. Chester Butler just shy of halfway. Gathered up by Morel, takes it to the short side. Kangata hits the line hard. Can they unlock the defence? Can they find a route through this wall of black here? They've gone to that short side. Oh, brilliant work from Woodburn Hall! Support, big dummy! Oh, he's through! James Woodburn Hall has lit up the game. Lit up Odsal. What a response from Fax. 16-18. They take control.
Well, there's the mistake, and now there's the magic. You know, brilliant break. Great dummy. 2-on-1, slows the other dummy. And he set up the previous try for Halifax as well with a burst. Brilliant, brilliant.
Well, there's 2 actions here, and we see the second one, a have broken this game wide open. He's got space. He's bought himself some time, gone on the inside of Lilly. Big show and go and gets it under the H's. So he created the last try and he's got this one himself. Here he goes.
Please, yes.
What an overreading.
Yeah, overreading. You know, he's covering across. Bit of a dummy. Thank you very much.
How long have we got left, Colin?
Woodburn Hall.
Just under 6 to play. Halifax have taken a big step towards those semi-finals. Steve Tyra bang in front of the posts to make it a 4-point ball game. A score lead with about 5 to play. Bradford 16, Halifax 20. John Keir's face is one of tension and anguish and anxiety.
Well, it will be, because he's got 5 minutes to turn this around, and that involves an element of more risk. Here you see the play at the line, and Woodburn Hall with a bit of space. Jordan really overreads it. He's gone through. And a big show and goal there on the fullback, Ethan Ryan. And
he's got to take someone there, hasn't he? Ryan's got to take someone. This will be a high kick.
They've gone short. Ryan herring after it. Tap back by Steve Tyra. Scott Griggs desperate just to bounce on the ball, for somebody to bounce on the ball. Almost a knock on there. So 4 points in it. Fairbank off, Tangata on. They'll come away to this right edge now. Leroy. How relieved will he be?
He'll be one of the whistles to go now.
Move, Elliot! Come on, Ross. Go forward.
Set for a finale. Befitting of the Challenge Cup.
5. Move, Ross!
Last tackle for Fax just inside the Bradford half. What have they got in their locker now? It's a skimmer rolled into touch there by Morrell. And the rugby brain coming to the fore when it was needed. Bradford packing the scrum quickly.
Okay, time off.
They
Stay
need
where
this
you
to
are.
go with a lick.
Stay where you are.
Yep.
Time
4
back
minutes.
on. Ross Peltier's no watch, so time back on.
Only sets will I get for Bradford, that 2 or 3.
Okay. Head in. Okay.
Fax will make theirs the slowest in the history of the game.
Back
They
off.
should.
Out. Closer to the
Penny for the thoughts of those Bradford fans at the moment.
The only worry I've got for Bradford is I don't think there's anyone who's got the pace to go from this distance.
Not at the end of a game like this.
No.
Real attrition. Real ebb and flow. Peltier.
time. Move.
Trucking it forward, Peltier.
Yeah.
Slow play the ball.
Holding him in.
As Hallis. Big shift, almost cut out. And Webster, did he knock that on? It hits his foot.
Surrender.
Still alive here, Bradford.
Stand. 3.
That was so close. Connor Farrell skirts and then straightens up.
4. Move, Ben. Hold.
Bradford need something out of nowhere. Lilly lifts the kick over the top. Laulu Tongagai has picked it up. Broken field ahead of him. Maybe to put the gloss on it. Maybe to secure their place, but it won't happen yet. As Bradford scramble for dear life. Morrell. Halifax happy to take contact. 2.5 to play. Those fans are thinking about a semi-final. The spirit of '87 has been evoked this week. People like Mick Scott around Halifax trying to lift that Challenge Cup further. They've got one spot in the semi-finals here. Tangata back on the switch play in front of the post now. Halifax maybe to put the final nail in the coffin. A skip from Griggs. Well applied in the end. Defence from Bradford. Fleming is on for Halifax. Out the back they go. Morrell with a skip and a step. And a bludgeon. And on the last, it's a handover ball. And Jonathan Davies, the man of the match.
Yeah, I think, you know, Scott Morrell has run the show. You know, he's controlled everything. I thought Matthew Wildy has played well. But for me, just for 2 instances in the second half, was made the difference. James Woodburn Hall for the break to set up the first try, and then a brilliant finish for his own try. So the Coral Challenge Cup man of the match is James Woodburn Hall.
Match winner at the moment. Still plenty of stories to be written, maybe. Final minute and a half. Bradford chancing their arm big time now. No other way. Here they go. Bradford desperate to find a route through. Ethan Ryan crunched in the tackle. And I think there might be concern that was a bit of a crusher.
No, I think he just jumped all over him. He's clearly got injured there. I think that's the concern of the Halifax players. Maybe right, it might be an element of crusher, but I think it was his leg that went underneath him.
So let's have a look at that one again.
The ball carriers contribute to a slow up. That's why.
Just tangled up, wasn't he?
There's people holding people in. Tackle wheel clip. Oh,
his leg's going one way, his body the other. Very painful.
Yeah. You hit an angle, you know. You take two defenders grabbing you, one's pulling you one direction, the other way. There we are. As Brian said, Lily just overreads the play. The defensive line is a dog leg. Throws a dummy. What a great feeling that is.
Always been a mercurial talent, hasn't he, James Woburn Hall? Has that ability just to break again.
Okay, mate, I've just got to play the ball.
He's broken this game open with his two players, hasn't he?
Okay, fellas, we've got to play the ball. Tackle 4, okay? Wait, Ethan!
It was 6-0 at one stage at half-time. It's changed hands, the lead, 5 times in the second half.
2 tackles left.
Whoever does come out on top has earned it.
Yeah.
Very much so. Into the final minute then. Bradford on the last. Need to force something special. Wally with a little kick forward. Oh, brought down by Tyra, and he will bring it forward. And that might just be the ball game, gentlemen.
Yeah, this will be up your jumper stuff now for the remaining 40 seconds.
Saltonstall basically walked into contact there. Chalking down the clock. Slow play the ball. Halifax starved of success. They had to rebuild after their 80s heyday. But they will feel that this is a step back into the big time.
Well, they'll have their day in the sun now in July, won't they? You know, against one of the big clubs. There to enjoy it.
One of the founding members of the Northern Union in 1895. Halifax have booked their spot in the Coral Challenge Cup semi-finals with victory against Bradford. See what it means to the men in blue and white. Simon Griggs only been in the job 36 days. He's a Challenge Cup final semi-finalist.
Well, they created more in the second half. They had breaks. They finished those breaks. They went behind. They kept in the game and they kept playing, more importantly. Opened up their particular can of worms on Bradford, and Bradford just didn't have enough juice in the tank to get to their end of the field.
Yeah, you know, just a little bit extra quality and pace from Halifax, and you know that was a difference. They both sides gave everything, but just a little bit more quality, you know, from the Halifax side, which eventually got them over the line.
Celebrations on the field for those Halifax players who have given their all. Bradford have lit up the Challenge Cup with that victory over Leeds, but today it's Halifax's day and they are bound for the semi-finals. Let's hear from our man of the match with Damien Johnson.
James Woodburn Hall's with me. You made one, you scored one. What's it feel like to be in the into the semi-final?
Oh, it's a dream come true. It's a dream come true. A part-time team in the semi-final, championship team. It's what the Challenge Cup's all about, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm elated. You know what I mean?
So tell me about the try, because you fancied your chances even from far out.
I'm surprised I caught it, to be honest. Went through and then I saw Ethan and he just jammed on cue, so I couldn't believe it. Under the sticks, jackpot.
Brutal game, wasn't it?
Oh, well, I only played 20-30 minutes. It's absolutely blowing, but yeah, it was so fast looking from the sideline. I mean, we lost Ed early, which was a massive blow for us, so it kind of changed how the subs were going to work during the game. But I mean, I just glad I got on and did my bit for the team.
What are your thoughts about the semi then?
Oh, just bring it on. Bring it on. I don't know who we're going to get, but yeah, bring it on. Anything can happen now.
Well done, James.